Hi students, welcome to our science class. Our chapter name is Our Environment and Natural Resources. In this chapter, we discussed about environment. What is environment? How this environment helps us? All the things we discussed. And in the last class, we started the topic natural resources. Simply resources. We studied this. What is this resources? Resources are the substances which we are using in our daily life. The substances we utilize in our daily life. So this is what resources. That means water is resource, then plants are resource, petroleum is resource. Like all the things we are utilizing in our life is called what? Resources. And within these resources there are two types of resources. One is natural resources. That means the resources that we get from the nature itself. That is what? Natural resources. That is, the resources that we get from nature is called natural resources. And the other resource is what? Man-made resources. That means the resources that is made by human beings. So these natural resources are the resources that we get from nature. And now we are going to focus on this and already studied the examples for these natural resources. Which are the examples for natural resources? The examples are these: plants, animals, air, water, coal, petroleum, rock and minerals, etc. So, within this region, first you just want to remember what is resources. Then just remember what is natural resources. Then remember the examples for these natural resources. Now we are going to discuss what are the uses of these natural resources. That means how the plants help in this world or in this earth. And how the animals are helpful not only for human beings but also for all the living organisms. We are considering like that. And how the air help, how the water, how the coal, how the petroleum, how the rock and minerals. All the uses we are discussing in the region. Importance of natural resources. Importance of natural resources. So, that is the next topic we are going to discuss. Actually, in your textbook you can see the points. Just read it, that's all. No need of by-hearting or nothing. Just read it and understand. This topic is only for that. So, we are going to discuss the uses of natural resources. That is the importance. That is the uses. Uses of natural resources. The first thing is plants. How these plants are helpful? Actually, you can say the answer. These plants provide us food. The first thing is provide us food. The next, we already studied in our atmosphere, it contains different types of gases. And the thing is this, the plants in photosynthesis absorb carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. We already studied that in the whole chapter and all. So, we can say when the plants are there, then our air is very rich in oxygen. So, it produces oxygen for our breathing. And the next is this, we studied in the chapter soil erosion. How the soil erosion can be prevented? We can prevent it using planting trees. means the roots prevent from soil erosion. That means this root binds the soil. The same thing here. That I can say roots of plants. Roots prevent soil erosion. Roots prevent soil erosion. The next is this. Some of the plants having fiber. And so we are using that fiber to make bag, mat, like different things. So, the fiber in the plants we are utilizing to make bag, carpet, mat, etc. So, these also we are making from plants. And the next thing is this, we get medicine, gum, paper, furniture. We are making all these from the plants. So these are only some of the uses. You can also add your own uses, no problem. So plants provide us food. Plants produce oxygen for breathing. Next, root prevents soil erosion. The plants contain fiber, and that fiber we can make bag, carpet, mat, etc. The next is these plants provide us medicine, gum, paper, furniture, all these things we are making from plants. So these are some of the uses of plants. And now we are moving to the next thing, the next natural resource, that is animals. These all are very simple. Animals. What are the uses of these animals? Animals give us milk. Animals like cow, goat, buffalo, like all the animals give us milk. The next is wool. Animals like sheep give us wool. The next is this. Some dead animals' skin we are using as leather. Like leather belt, leather purse, leather bag. Like all these things we are making from the skin of dead animals. So we can say this animal we are utilizing its skin as leather after that. And the next, some animals give us egg. Some animals give us meat. And also we are using the dung of animals for making biogas. Dung of cow as biogas. So these are some of the uses of animals. Animals give us milk like cow, buffalo, goat, etc. The animals like sheep give us wool. The dead animal skin we are using as leather. The next is the animals like hen, duck. Like birds give us egg, then we get meat from animals, then the dung from cow. Like animals we are utilizing it as biogas. All these things are about animals, the uses of animals. The next is also very simple. The next natural resource is air. Actually, we studied in the previous chapter. That means the atmosphere, what is the thing there in the atmosphere, like things we discussed. And so, you already know what actually our air is mixture of number of gases. Oxygen is there, nitrogen is there, water vapor is there. Like different things are mixed together in our atmosphere, and inside our atmosphere what is there present? It contains air. So, we can say what we need to breathe. We need oxygen. This oxygen, the basic thing, generally we can write O2 as oxygen, capital O, and suffix we can write the 2. This I can call it as oxygen. This is oxygen molecule. So generally we are writing oxygen as O2. So this oxygen we are utilizing to breathe. can say this air is very important for all living organisms. Not only for human beings, plants, animals, like all the things needs air. And also for the microorganisms itself, it needs air. And so some microorganisms do not need air for the decomposition and all, so just leave it. Now we can say the oxygen is very important for breathing of human beings. And next, this air, how plants produce food. They are producing food using air. Inside air what? Carbon dioxide. So, this carbon dioxide inside air utilized by plants to produce food. Plants produce food. The next is this, we know, this also you studied, oxygen we are utilizing to burning. For burning it is very essential, this oxygen. So oxygen helps in burning. Oxygen helps in burning. And the next is this, the another type of gas that present in air is what? Nitrogen. So for the nitrogen, the thing is this, we are using this nitrogen to produce fertilizers. Nitrogen we are using to produce fertilizers. So these are the points. For the air, it contains different types of gases, and the first one is our oxygen, which we are using to breathe, and it contains carbon dioxide that is utilized by plants for the photosynthesis. And then this oxygen is important for burning. If there is no oxygen, no burning will happen. The next, within the fertilizers, it needs nitrogen. That means we are utilizing the nitrogen to produce fertilizers. These are some of the uses of air. The next is, first the basic thing we need is air. What is the next thing that is very important for our life? First is air and the next one is water. So the next natural resource is water. Water. How this water is important? The thing is very simple. What is the basic need of this water? We need water and we are drinking. So, simple thing. Require for drinking. Water is required for drinking. And the next is, some of the animals are aquatic. That means some animals are living in water. And so that animals are very much require water. So we can say aquatic, not only animals but also the plants. Aquatic animals and plants live in water. Fish, some of the aquatic plants, all these things are living in water. The next use is this, we use water for cooking, cleaning, washing, for watering plants, etc. So we can say the use of water is, it is required for drinking. Then the aquatic animals and plants are living in water. The next is, we are utilizing this for cooking, washing, cleaning, for watering plants, etc. And the next is this, why we get light, why we get wind from the fan, why the mixer grinder is working. All these are because of the electricity. And this electricity we are making with the help of hydropower station. That means we are utilizing water. So I can say also generate electricity. Generate electricity. So these are the uses of water. The next is coal. And this is also a type of natural resource. Coal is a type of natural resource. Now the question is where we are using this coal. So the thing is very simple. We are utilizing this coal for making some fertilizers. Manufacture of fertilizers. We are utilizing this for the manufacture of fertilizers. And the next is, this coal is a good fuel. We can use it as fuel. Actually, this fuel is something that gives high amount of energy when it burns. That you can study in your 8th standard and all. A big chapter is there regarding this coal, this petroleum and all. Now just study the simple things. So we are utilizing this coal as fuel. And the next is this. We can use this coal for use to make coal tar. Coal tar. So we can make coal tar using this coal. We can utilize this to manufacture fertilizers. We can use this coal as fuel. So these are all the things about the coal. Now the next natural resource is something very familiar for you. That means what we are giving on the vehicles, bus, lorry and all these things, and how we are cooking food in our kitchen. On the vehicles we are giving petrol, diesel like fuels, and in our kitchen we are utilizing LPG gas. What is the name of generally all these things? All these things are coming in a particular category, and that is petroleum. The next natural resource is petroleum. Petroleum. So the petroleum is the mixture. Petroleum is the mixture of different types of substances like kerosene, diesel, petrol, paraffin, etc. That means this petroleum is the combination of all these things, and we want to separate it using some refining techniques. That also no need of studying now. You will study in your higher classes. Now just understand this petroleum is a mixture that contains kerosene, diesel, petrol, paraffin, etc. And so here we just want to study the uses of this. So what are the uses? We are using this kerosene in stove and all for cooking food. So stove. Not now. We are using this in the old days and all. So kerosene we can use as fuel. It is also a type of fuel. And this diesel we are using in our vehicles. Generally we are using this diesel in heavy vehicles like lorry, bus, etc. And this petrol also we are using in vehicles like car, bike, etc. And what is this paraffin? This paraffin is a type of wax. Paraffin wax. This paraffin wax we are using to make grease, Vaseline, etc. You may see this Vaseline in your home. So the thing is this, we are making this Vaseline using this paraffin wax. This paraffin wax we are using to make grease, Vaseline, etc. So these are some of the things that is there in petroleum. And the next thing is this, the another type of thing mixed in this or inside this petroleum is this LPG. LPG, we already studied this, liquefied petroleum gas, and that we are using for cooking food, for cooking. These are some of the uses of petroleum. And now the next is this, the last type of natural resource mentioned in your textbook is this rock and minerals. our earth, at the surface and also inside our earth, it contains different types of rocks are there. Actually, this rock is made of some substances called minerals. Rock is made of minerals. And these minerals contain metals and non-metals. Metals are the non-metals are the. These metals contain gold, silver, aluminium like things. That is metal. So, non-metals are carbon, oxygen like non-metals. So, the thing is this, what we are using these metals, non-metals, rocks and all for? That is the next thing we are going to discuss. We are making our ornaments using gold, silver, platinum, etc. Why we are making these ornaments using this gold, silver, platinum? The reason is this gold, silver, platinum are very less reactive. They are less reactive metals. So that is one of the use. The next is iron. We are using this iron for making stainless steel. We are using this to make bridges, making the parts of vehicle, like different types of uses are there. And also we can make the railway coach, like all the things we are making using this iron. So these are some of the uses of this rock and minerals. In this chapter, now we are going to discuss the last topic, that is conservation of natural resources. What is this conservation means? Conservation of natural resources. That means how we can protect this natural resource. How we can protect. Just remember 2 or 3 points on this. So, we just want to use these natural resources very wise. That means don't waste the natural resources. So, the first thing is this. We just want to plant more and more trees. We just want to plant more and more trees. The reason is this, actually these plants, these trees are what? One natural resource. So, don't lose this natural resource. We just want to plant trees. The next natural resource that is very important is water. So, don't waste water. That means reduce the usage of water. That is the next point. And the next point is this, regarding the water itself, reduce the pollution of water or prevent water pollution, prevent water pollution. Then next, we are using these petroleum fuels for running vehicles, like all the things we are using it as fuel. So, rather than these petroleum products, use some natural resources like sunlight, that means solar energy, wind energy, hydro energy, etc. So, instead of using petroleum products, that means when the petroleum products burn, we get energy. So, avoid that energy and use solar energy, wind energy, hydro energy, etc. The next is protect plants recycling for minerals. That means, for example, we are using the glass. That is a type of mineral that is made of some sort of rock and all. So the thing is, this glass or something like another type of metal can. These all things, once we use, just recycle it. When we recycle that, what happens? We can again use it and also reduce the pollution and all. So you just want to recycle it and use. So these all are the methods of conservation of natural resources. So just plant more and more trees, do not waste water, prevent water pollution, use solar energy, wind energy, hydro energy, protect plants and animals, do recycle of minerals. All these things are about this conservation. So finally our chapter is over. Now you just want to do the exercise from your textbook. Just take the textbook page number 105 and there you can see the C question. C, D and E. These three questions just want to do. So this is all about, you can do it in your textbook using pencil. And so finally our chapter is over and we just avoid 2 chapters in whole syllabus within this year. So it is some unimportant chapters and that's why we are just left. And all the important things we discussed in all this year. I already gave the chapters for the examination. Prepare well for the exam. Thank you.